different works ahead, so this train will terminate at the next station.
Fake news, folks. Fake news.
Are you Muslim?
He should have been slapped as a child. He's a spoiled Greek brat.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought you.
Treated like a prince.
I brought level 2 for you to try.
I've burned everything.
I'm on level 2 already.
What? Oh, the grip.
Yeah.
Give us it.
On both sides.
That's double the last one.
Dude, that is fucking...
I'm surprised how well it's working, though. I didn't think I would be able to move up to that.
So how many reps of this do you actually need to do?
I just do it throughout the whole day. Not like whenever I'm fidgety.
Take it, because I need some antiseptic now. Where's that hand sanitizer?
I did jerk off before.
That's right. Where's the hand sanitizer?
Quick! This is what I do before I jerk off. I just warm up the hand.
Quick pump. You're a fucking idiot. Hang on. Be a level on you, man.
Well.
No, don't start with that shit. Just
Okay, well, I went to Box Hill. How's that? I went to Box Hill. I went to my store. I had to wait to go in too, believe it or not. It's packed to the ass.
Do you want to give it a crack? This is level 2.
I try to avoid any forms of
Exercise?
or labour. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
you're gonna need this.
Left hand.
Do you have the same thing but in a moisturiser?
No.
No.
Oh, the thank you.
What's
Yeah.
As in the thank you brand, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. The thank you shampoo and hand soap is probably the nicest shit out there.
Okay.
They've usually got they stock the hotels.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. I was in where was I? Coolangatta last year? No, year before. Yeah, and I got there and they had thank you soaps and shit. And I'm like, just grabbing them, throwing them in the bag.
nice smell. It's nice.
No, it is. It's really good. The soap's actually really.
Oh no,
nice.
that's the hand grips.
Have you guys ever been in that market of going to hotels and cleaning them out?
No. Can't say I have. But I have done it when I've got the opportunity. I just don't get the opportunity to go to hotels very often.
Yeah, no.
But as soon as I see a towel or something, it's
I can't
gone.
remember who I was traveling with. I remember maybe it was like a group of us, like a hostels or something. But I just remembered, look, the crowd that you'd find in a hostel, I can sort of understand because it's rations. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're usually traveling on bare bone budgets. But yeah, people that go to hotels and literally just clean out the linen closet, throw in the mockies,
They just get the bag open and just throw it in.
That's my missus. She, as soon as she sees like that tea section, the tea and coffee section, she's like, "Ooh, oh yeah," just sweeps it all into
That's
the bag.
what I mean. I don't understand. Like, it's tea and sugar
Yeah,
packets.
no, they're free though.
It's the same with restaurants. When people go to restaurants and grab extra napkins and put them in their purses or pockets or whatever.
Oh, that's weird.
I grab a crap ton of napkins, but
Right.
I use them. I use them.
No, but you use them at the meal at the time.
I don't take them home, no.
Depends how greasy the meal is too.
That's what I'm saying. You picture his car, like brand new Mazda, but the back seat's just up to the roof. Macca's, KFC, Nando's, a Porto. Look, when'd you go to a
Are you
Porto?
collecting napkins? Those keys just fell.
Which keys?
Speaking of free, I brought a gift
For who?
for you. Sorry, John.
I love how it's free. Like
Well, I paid for it.
Okay, I was going to say, was the gift free or was
It's free
Wait,
for
hold
you.
on. Did you pay for it with money or with like blood and sweat or with...
he found it? Someone
Your body,
paid for it.
with your
Someone
body?
paid for it years ago.
I paid for it in a little bit of all of those things, I guess. But
Lint.
it's technically for your body. So I thought you
Okay,
would.
now I'm. Hang on, wait. I'm going to get the hand sanitizer.
Just start rubbing it all over your face.
Hang on. Let's be clear. Wait. We've established you got me a gift that was bought with multiple forms of currency.
Yeah.
But the gift itself is for body.
Yes.
That does not bode well with
I
me
feel
at
like
all.
in your busy life
Oh, God.
of a hustling egomaniac,
Can I take a guess?
Egomaniac?
Egomaniac.
For real? Egomaniac? I'm the most self-deprecating idiot on the planet, and you're calling me and you know what? Your top just says it all. Empty promises.
It does. And you know what? Just to back that up, because, some people might be like, what do you do? I even wore my Coder t-shirt today.
Oh, just learn to code.
Just because I think some people from school might be listening today.
They gave you a t-shirt?
Yeah.
A free t-shirt.
Learn to code.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I feel like you can convince anyone to do anything as long as you give them a free t-shirt.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You start a cult, here's your free t-shirt. Like,
That's how they crucified Christ in the beginning. They're like, if you put him up there, we'll give you a t-shirt with a crucifixion on it.
the chains, they had the chains ready to go before the crucifixion.
You want sandals? We'll give you the best sandals around.
The Romans are like, yeah, no, we're not interested. We're not getting involved at all here. We'll give you a free t-shirt.
And this jewelry. Look at this jewelry. Well, get it in every gift shop around the block.
There's myrrh and frankincense up for auction.
So all right, so we've established the crucifixion of Christ was really just a marketing scheme.
Yeah.
By who? The Jews or the...
I'm going to say that it's probably the Germans, really.
You're fucked. All right, we are 4 minutes in.
Hang on a second.
It's done. It's done.
He's not Roman. Nine!
I'm done. I'm done.
Ooh,
I'm done. Thanks for coming down.
I'll be 6 minutes
I'm done. That's it. You know what's fucked up? I watched The Closer, finally, Dave Chappelle.
Oh, well
You
done.
watched it, yeah?
And you get 20 minutes in and he's going like hard.
Yeah.
Like he's talking about child rape and all types of shit.
Oh, yeah, go, yeah.
And I was thinking about like, I know he's building to a point, but I'm just 9 minutes in and we've hit the bottom with you Germans at the crucifixion of Christ creating the marketing scheme to get it done over the line to blame Jews in the long run. We're done. We're done.
You know what? You know what it is? I was watching.
Throw a black guy in there as well.
I was watching some.
It's over.
Isaac Butterfield.
Who's Isaac Butterfield?
You know,
that guy that I sent you.
the guy that
with the beard.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
some of his stand-up, and I think it rubbed off on me a bit.
Is he actually a stand-up?
Yeah, he does stand up.
I've never seen him do
Very
stand-up.
offensive stand-up,
Yeah.
What's very offensive?
like massacres and
Yeah.
Muslim stuff.
Yeah, but
Muslim jokes.
offensive in the way like George Carlin.
I'll give you a joke.
Well, it would be comedy.
We'll give him a joke. I like
Okay.
this one.
Yeah, okay.
Should I look it up?
No, it's very bad. I'll give it to you.
Ah.
He goes, what was it? The Christchurch massacre, right? And he goes, it was something along, I can't remember it word for word because I don't pay attention too much, but it was something along the lines of 56 people died in the Christchurch massacre, and the biggest letdown for the Kiwi community was that no one could get home from the CBD that night because all the cabbies were dead.
Yeah, that's fucked.
It's a pretty brutal joke.
That's dark.
It's dark. It's
That's very,
dark.
very dark.
Yeah, the audience was also,
The groans.
okay.
So where were you going with this and the gift?
Oh, the gift, right.
Something else.
I feel like this is a Seinfeld episode, just the gift.
Just the gift. The one with the gift. Tell me about this gift. So far you've hit...
So you're a busy guy.
So far you've hit Christchurch massacre, Germans at the crucifixion of Christ.
He's hitting all the notes today.
No, bad. Throw a transgender
I'm
one
feeling
in.
good today.
All right, go.
Now, this wouldn't work probably for transgender anyway, so...
What? Just get to the gift.
The gift, right. So, you're a busy guy, right? You don't have time to do a lot of things. You don't have time sometimes to clean and to wash and...
I don't know where you're going with
Keep
this. I really
yourself-
don't like
I have an
this.
inkling, but
I don't
yourself
like this.
fresh.
I don't like this.
Right?
I don't know where you're going with this. And you know what's scary is I picked you up today and you didn't mention shit about it.
Yeah.
So
You have no idea.
He's
Yeah.
got this card up his sleeve. He's actually gotten excited about
And I've
it.
emptied all my pockets. All the stuff's here. I know. I've got the grips.
I need
I've
the hand sanitizer again.
I even brought...
he's got the jizz cologne.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Eldorado.
I brought it. Do you want some?
Nah,
Do you want some?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
And I brought my glasses. I actually remember to bring my glasses today.
Before,
just in
you
case.
don't read.
I know, but sometimes you put stuff on the
Oh,
screen.
okay.
I can't see it properly. That gives me a headache. So,
Are you okay with the positioning, by the way?
you can position me.
No, I'm saying, is it better?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
I feel more comfortable.
All right, no, it's fine.
And
As
if I
long as
want to lean back, I can lean back.
yeah, you
too.
can see.
They
Okay,
were to the side more, weren't they?
they were directly in front,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but
yeah.
it obscures the vision of everyone.
Yeah.
and then you can sort of move it around. But I mean, I think this is better.
I like being able to see you guys better.
Yeah.
Instead of this thing right in front of me. But I'm glad this isn't here either. Because every time I
we
look
don't-
at John,
we
I
don't-
just see a line
we don't
through his
use
face.
it. As in, we only use it
Yeah.
if there's a third guest.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue. We've gone back off.
Well, the gift.
The gift.
Right. So,
Have you seen The Gift with Keanu Reeves?
no. I think I've heard of it, though.
No.
It's one of the best movies ever.
Is that the one where he does a sex scene? Is that the one? Or
Yeah,
is it-
he has an affair
Yeah.
with a bird.
Right.
But he goes against character. He plays like a hard ass. Like he's always wearing like a hat. He's got like long hair. King. He jams Katie Holmes at some point in the
Oh,
movie.
good on you.
But I just remember one scene from it. He's telling some kid off, and then he throws his hat at the kid, like just scold him. And he's like, "Get my hat." Legend. Anyway, continue.
Next minute, John Wick. How old's that movie?
That was like early 2000s.
Yeah,
Kate
I thought so.
Blanchett. Kate Blanchett was in it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Katie. That's the one when Katie Holmes goes topless. Do you remember
that's the one
Harold
I'm
and
thinking
Kumar?
of. Yeah.
Remember Harold and Kumar go to White Castle where
Yeah.
the Jews are watching The Gift because apparently Katie Holmes goes topless?
Yeah.
yeah,
right.
And then it comes up, and then like there's Weinstein and Goldberg, like they've got really typically Jewish names. It's like, oh my god, tits. Those aren't real. Yes, they are. Anyway, continue. Jesus, Katie Holmes is rack. What a segue. Continue. Sorry.
So much free porn on the internet, but
know.
we go crazy over
I'm
that.
remembering a scene from a movie within a movie. Okay, just
Titception.
you're fine.
The Gift. So, is that rain?
Could be.
I think it is.
Oh, that's hard.
Well, they said there was a change.
Yeah, that's definitely rain.
Woo!
As soon as you open the door, I could hear it coming out.
That is hard.
Just checking if it was hailing as well.
That's about as hard as I am.
Have you ever got this idea when it's raining like this to actually pre-soak your car with like soap and stuff?
Ah.
No, I'm serious.
Doesn't your
No,
car
but I
need to
have
be
a story
wet
for you about rainwash.
before you soap it?
No. But like,
Yeah,
isn't
you're
even
supposed
just
to wet it and then
you're meant
pre-soak
to
it with
you're
water.
meant to pre-saturate with soap and then let it sit. That's why you go to car lovers or whatever, and you've got the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying now to make use of the rain.
Yeah.
Get out there with some soap, get the car covered,
Oh, then you don't have to spray
and
it
then
down.
that way, yeah, it sort of already does a wash because it's under heavy rain.
Yeah, we can. You want to do it?
Would it work? I'm just.
Well, I
Prob-
mean,
It would work okay. It wouldn't be great, but it would.
It's
The
rain-
top would work for the top. I don't know about the sides.
I don't know.
but-
Anyway, okay,
yeah.
hang on. We'll come back to your car soap story.
no. I was
Actually,
just,
I'm happy to drag this out if you want to go.
All right,
You
go,
wanna bring it out? You
no,
can
no,
make
go
like
to
the
his
3
car.
times you
No,
saw
go to
it,
his
okay,
car
since
soap story.
No, it's just that basically in my concreting days, I used to work with a dude, and he was like the cheapest guy I knew, and he'd get rid of his rubbish.
as in he wasn't worth a lot of money? Or?
No, he's just a tight ass, just the biggest tight ass in the
He
world.
himself was worth nothing.
And he used to drive like one of those old Falcon Utes. you know.
Italian?
No, Aussie.
Oh.
And you could hear him coming from like 3 blocks away because of the.
Oh, I'm
wine-
sorry, I
the
can
wine
hear
in the
chewing.
belt.
Who's that?
It's me.
Oh, okay.
Unbelievable.
We're going to have to edit that out.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah.
Who's going to edit it out? Tell me who. Who have I created work for right now?
You are itching for a gift, aren't you? Continue.
Drag it out.
Tell me who I've just created work for.
John.
Yeah, so basically,
how's the story?
So we're stuck out this one day. It was bucketing, like it was middle of the day, but it was like
How do you know this Jew? Oh, this cheap guy?
I just know him. He's just a guy. He was a mate. He was a guy that mutual friends.
Okay.
And basically,
How do you know this Jew? I'm with his friend. I'm done. 17 minutes. I'm finished.
Nah, you're not finished till you
I'm
give.
going to lie down on that couch.
You think this is over? This is only just the beginning. I've got a good present for you, my friend. All right, continue. He's gonna love his present. I'm telling you, the gift is insane.
basically, it was raining that day, and it was the middle of the
Slip of the
day,
tongue.
and it was that miserable that it was that dark. Like it was almost like nighttime because it was pissing down that
Yeah.
hard. And we're stuck in this ute, and we're just waiting for the truck to come. We couldn't do anything, and he's like, "Oh, this is a good chance to wash the car." Like I'm like, "It's rain. Yeah, it's dirty water. You're not going to clean it." Oh, no, I'll be all right. We're sitting there for another hour. Eventually, he just gets out, and the car starts rocking. I have a look. He's washing the car.
What, in the rain?
In the rain. I'm like, what the hell is he using? He's pulled off one of his socks, and he's washing the car with a sock.
What the hell, man?
I'm like, well, that's him. You know, these are the things you come to expect from him.
He was washing his car with a sock.
No soap.
No soap. Just the rainwater. His car was like the biggest junk heap. You're like, what the hell?
I mean, you know what? He's washing two things at once, right? He's washing his sock and he's washing his car at the same time. So,
Do you remember that?
Could be
First,
genius.
do you know what I remember? First season. You ever done the hostel thing at all?
What do you mean?
As in, I don't mean going to Czech Republic and getting raped in a hotel. I'm talking about.
Oh, well, I've done that, clearly.
This guy's gone. I'm talking about.
So, sorry, Czech.
Just saying. Where was Hostel based? Wasn't it Czech Republic, Slovakia, or
I
something?
can't remember.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, the movie.
You a backpacker? Yeah. All right, get ready. Come on.
Yeah, I was thinking,
No, hang on. The
this
movie.
is a community that I'm not aware of.
I actually don't remember where it was based.
Hostel movie.
Wasn't that a horror movie or something?
Yeah.
It gave way to all those sort of real fucking violent
Kidnappy.
Yeah.
You know.
Hostel movie. Actually, I better close Firefox. This thing's been open for 6 weeks.
Must be on fire.
What?
Your CPU's like, Jesus, close it.
Why? Hang on, it's saying it's having trouble finding it. Oh, here we go. Hostel movie was filmed in Eli Roth. You know, Eli Roth played the Jew in Inglourious Bastards.
I feel like there's a lot of Jew talk today.
It's already started. They're in Amsterdam. That's where they are. Oh, no. They go to Slovakia. I was right. There you go. You see?
Slovakia. Yeah, I expect nothing less.
Okay, anyway, I asked if you'd ever done the hostel travel life.
Right.
You ever done it?
Do you know what? This gift, you'll be able to take with you when you do that hostel travel.
Those
life.
I'm positive I think I know what it is.
I'm in my late 30s. Those days are done.
No.
I'm not doing
you
it anymore.
You will feel refreshed. But no, I have not done the hostel
My
life.
whole point was...
I stay Airbnbs.
Okay, Airbnbs haven't been around for that long.
I haven't travelled since just before Airbnb. I was, post B&B.
I'm saying one thing that most people bitch about in regards to hostels, if they've never done it, is that, you're going to share everything like bathrooms and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, mate, what if you go to a gym and you use a shower? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's clean. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing the dickheads that would wash their clothes while showering to save time. Theoretically save time.
As in with their clothes on or off
A,
in the
because they
shower?
were insecure. B, because they thought they'd save time by washing their clothes while having a shower.
Oh, man, I'll show you my dick if you ask right now.
You'd get up right
Wrong
now.
with people. That's why I always wear shorts, just in case you want to,
Just ready.
just slap it out down. What's wrong with people?
We sit down, guys. I want to reveal something about myself. He's already standing up. What are you doing? Anyway, okay.
Why are you holding a handkerchief?
We've sidetracked from washing cars with socks to hostels in Slovakia. Please tell me what this gift is.
Oh, no. What's your story? Is that it? You finished?
I'm not. That's as far as I want to take it. Go. Just tell me.
What was your story of a hostel?
Can you
have
just-
you had a bad experience in a hostel?
I'll be honest. I don't think I ever have.
How many many have you stayed in, though?
A lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, off the top of my head, America. I was there 3 weeks. I stayed in one in DC. I stayed 3 different ones in New York. I stayed one in San Francisco. Cambodia, I stayed in a hostel. Thailand, I think I may have stayed in a hostel.
And when you say hostel, these are all tourists?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Germany, I stayed in a hostel. I stayed in 2 hostels in Germany. I stayed 2 different ones in Rome. Amsterdam, I stayed in a hostel.
Damn, dude.
Ibiza was a hotel. Spain, Madrid, Barca was a hotel. Greece, I've never done hostels. I've done hotels, not hostels. Cyprus, no. What other countries have I been to? Malaysia, I don't think I've done hostels. Maybe once in a hostel in Malaysia.
Is there any downside, do you think, to the hostels?
Look,
If you're a female, maybe no, or is it just not that unsafe?
no, they're not unsafe.
Okay.
When you go, you have to hand over your passport to the front desk.
Oh, really?
Right, okay.
As a general code, you hand it over. Depending what city
Hand
you're
it
in.
over as in they hold on
take
to
it.
it. Oh, really?
Depending on how big the hostel is, and if they've got a rep, as in a good rep, if they've got a good, like, Amsterdam, I stayed in the Bulldog, which was right next door to the red light district. That was pretty funny. Because I'd gone, I'd left for Europe, and a girl I used to work with, she messaged me, she goes, hey, you know, you're in Europe? I'm like, yeah, sweet. She goes, what are your plans? I'm in Cyprus right now. I'm going to go to Greece. She goes, you going to do any traveling? I don't know. I'm thinking of linking up with a friend in Amsterdam. She goes, oh, you have to stay at the Bulldog. I'm like, why? Because trust me, you're going to love the Bulldog. I'm like, okay. So I get there, I check into the Bulldog.
It is a good position.
Dude, literally, you got the Bulldog hostel, and they've got a Bulldog pub, like right underneath, like same brand, and they've also got a Bulldog, there was 3 affiliates, maybe like a pub, a bar, and a hostel, I can't remember. But as soon as you walk out the door, you turn left, 50 meters tops, 30 meters, probably less, start of the red light district. Like literally the first windows are just there. Good. It was good because it was central.
Yeah.
But I remember there I handed my passport over because there was a lot of dorms, a lot of rooms. Yeah, like spread. Some hostels, I don't care. You can always get it back if you need it, but it's there just for safety and security. Just in something happens, it's like, well, whoever's done whatever it is, whether they've stolen a bag, they can't go anywhere. We've got their passport.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll be honest, man. I don't think in all the hostels I've ever stayed in, I don't think I've ever had a negative experience. At least not happened to me. The only negative experience I can think of out of every hostel I've ever stayed in was in Rome. He just nods.
Standard, yeah.
Yeah. Like, Rome's notorious for pickpockets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, out of all the cities I've been to, Barcelona and Rome are the highest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember I'd gone out the night when I got there. I went out, met up with this friend that I'd made in Amsterdam, made friends with all these Americans and stuff. We got plastered. We had a drinking competition. Basically, this English guy and his Yanks, and then these Italians thought they could outdrink the Aussie guy. And I just started laughing. I'm like, good luck. They said we just went hammer and tong. We're just buying round for round. And they were doing like cocktails or something. And then it got to like 3 a.m, and I switched it up to scotch just because I got sick of drinking their beers and their cocktails. And they all panicked. Like, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, why not? And I just started necking scotches. It got to about 4 a.m, and I just remember this English dude was like KO'd on a couch, and I was just laughing in his face, like just like half screaming at him, like, oh, what happened now, Oxford? What happened now?
Oxford.
Yeah, I called him Oxford because he was a teacher. He's just passed out, like waving me away. I'm like, come on, And then they kicked us out, and I've got this American, like me and her, like we're walking out, we're like draped over each other trying to stand up. And as we've opened the door, we're like, what the fuck? Okay, what is that light? And we looked at the time, it was 6 a.m. It was actually the sun. But I was staying in the joint that night because the place that my mate was staying at was booked out for that night, but we're open the next day. So I've made my way back to this room. I've got no idea. I walked her home, pushed her into her door, and just kept stumbling off. Somehow found my place, crashed on a bed, got about an hour and 37 minutes sleep. And all I woke up to were these 2 bogan girls just screaming, like yelling, just losing it. And I was like, what? Like, I had no idea what was going on. Like, it's bad enough I was drunk, but also had like an hour and 37 minutes
the worst.
sleep after transit. You know what I mean? And I woken up and I've jerried, and it was 2 girls that got robbed. And I said, what the hell happened? And like we were standing somewhere in like in a central bit, like a piazza, whatever. And some dude came up to him, asked him for a lighter. He walked away with a lighter, came back, gave him the lighter, and then took off. But in that time, he had distracted them enough where someone had grabbed their suitcases from behind them and took off.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I'm like, ugh, okay, you got travel insurance? Like, I was gone. Like, I was exhausted. I was drunk, like, ugh, that sucks, la, la, la. And they were just screaming, like yelling, just angry as shit. There's a little dude in a bed next to me, and he was like, he was American. I think he had like a California, I think he was from San Diego or something like that. And it looked like he hadn't done much traveling. He was like a bit younger than me. And he just looked horrified. He's like, oh, what can we do? I'm like, what are you going to do, man? Okay, get some sleep. Okay, what are you going to do? Okay, call the cops. Okay, they probably work for the mafia anyway. Okay, they got 2 girls who just got their suitcases stolen. Okay, it's unfortunate.
His suitcase? No, we haven't seen it.
Literally. Okay, man, there's nothing you can do. And then I lay down, and then when you sort of been drinking and your room's spinning, you can't actually keep your eyes shut. So I'm like, oh, well, stuff this. I might as well get up and go find where I'm meant to go. I spent that morning just doing circles around this. I just kept seeing like these Roman ruins and just kept lapping them because I couldn't figure out where I was meant to go. I was looking at Google Maps wasn't a thing yet. This was 11 years ago. 11 years ago. Google Maps wasn't a thing. I had directions on a piece of paper. I had no idea what I was doing. And I'm just doing laps. It's Sunday morning. And there's like all the Italians heading to church and like brunch. And they're all dressed in their like hot shit. I'm wearing like ripped trackies and like I smell like booze. And all I remember was dragging a heavy ass bag and listening to Michael Jackson Thriller over and over again in my headphones. Hungover as shit.
Yeah.
And like just pale because I hadn't slept. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's the only negative experience I've ever had from a hostel.
It doesn't sound that negative. Well, it sounds fun.
Only negative experience I've ever seen actually play out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I must say, though, if you had this gift, you probably would have had a better experience in that short time. Speaking of which...
I have more positive experiences at hostels than negative.
I like that story. I think that's a fun story.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
Anyone...
No one died.
No.
Yeah.
Anyone that ever says to me, like, sharing rooms and la 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 and it's crap and all that, I'm like, oh yeah. Especially when guys do it and they're like, oh, I'll never share a room with anyone. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. I remember when I got to Amsterdam, to that hostel, I got there at like 9 o'clock at night. When I walked in, there was like, I was sharing a dorm with like 10 people, right? And there was like 2 double-sized bunk beds and then there was like just single bunks all over the joint. When I got in there, it was my first time actually staying in a hostel by myself, like where I didn't know anyone else at that time, right? And there's another guy from America, and he was like basically getting ready to sort of pack his shit up. And everyone was asleep because it was dark. And out of courtesy, you just sort of, when you go into a room at night, if the light's already off, it means people are trying to sleep because they got transit early, you know what I mean? So out of courtesy, you just keep the lights off, potter around a bit and then go to either get in or get out. And this guy, like, was just chatting and he's like, yeah, I'm heading back to America. Like, this is my last day in Europe, blah, blah, blah. And we're just chatting. He goes, good luck on your trip, have fun. Amsterdam's great. That was how I got there. My mate from Denmark rocked up like an hour later. We dumped her bags and then we went out to dinner. That night we got back to the room. When I woke up, some of the bunks had emptied out. There was a Turkish couple that were asleep like in a double bed. And I remember because like they told me they were from Turkey. I'm like, oh, I'm Greek, blah, blah, blah. They left that day. Over the course of the next 12 to 24 hours, that room transformed to me and 9 other women. Like literally.
I'm sweating.
I was a clean hostel room, dorm style with a bathroom, me and 9 other women. I still remember my dad calling me up because I got an Amsterdam, I got a Dutch Vodafone card. So I've called my old man up as, first sort of port of call. It's like, hey, how are you? Blah, blah. Yeah, good. He was with his mate or something. It's like, where are you? I'm in Amsterdam. It's like, oh, where are you staying? I go, I've got a hostel in the middle of town. It's like, oh, you sharing with anyone? What's going on? I remember in Greek, I looked around and I'm like, yeah, I go, well, right now, there's an American, there's a Finnish bird, there's 2 Brazilians, there's 3 German birds, 2 Swiss guys. He's like, what the fuck? Where are you? And he's turned in the phone. He's like, I called my son up to see where he is. He's telling me he's staying in a room in Amsterdam with 9 other women. He said, what the fuck? Like, he's lost his shit. Dude, over the course of the next week, it was just me and these 9 other women, and they got familiar with me, obviously. They get comfortable. Like,
of course.
I'm not a scumbag. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, that to be said. They didn't think I was a scumbag.
Yeah.
But, dude,
you fooled them.
I visually remember being in bed, like waking up at, 8:30 in the morning, and women are just getting changed around me, coming in and out of the bathroom, helping each other braid hair and shit. I thought I was in like a sorority.
I'm a little bit disappointed because if I was in your situation, I probably would have smashed 3 beds together while they're gone, threw out all the other beds, and just been like, well, we're going to have to just squash up now.
We're going to have to figure this one out, girls.
9 of us,
and then
3 beds.
And dude, from that day, man, from the first day onwards, I was the last one in that room to leave at my checkout.
Is that because you're so hard?
No.
You had to wait to come down.
Everyone was drizzling out like as the week went on. Like people were just on their way, doing their travels or whatever. But no one was coming into the room either. I was the last one to go. So my last 24 hours, I had a whole dorm by myself. How can that be a negative experience? You know what I mean?
True.
And what do you want? Dude, for travelers that are in hostels, they're using it just for the function of sleep, shower, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think just people concentrate too much on the negative things.
Yeah, exactly. No one's going to steal your shit. And if you're traveling with things that are worth stealing, you're an idiot.
That's true.
You should not be backpacking with anything more than a toothbrush, couple
Toilet
$100
paper.
toilet paper and a jacket. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I left a jacket in Amsterdam, one of my favorite ones. That's my own stupidity. But I was in two different hostels in Germany, and in Frankfurt I was in one, and that dorm was big. It was a bigger style dorm, and there was all types in there, man. There was a family that were just couldn't find a room. There was, Asian students. There was Asian businessmen just traveling in and out on transit. Aussies, a couple of Germans. Standard, man. If everyone's in the same zone. It's just we're here to sleep, we're here to eat, we're here to meet other people, and we're moving on. You know what I mean? Can we get to your gift now? Like, it's been half an hour.
Thank you for bringing it up. I've been meaning to ask. So
I don't like where this is going already, man.
I know you guys don't like or don't really deal into cryptocurrency, but it's becoming a big thing. And
Indonesia just outlawed it.
Who cares? Indonesia. It's not even a country.
It's only the biggest.
not even a
It's only the most heavily densely populated Muslim country on the
okay,
planet.
but did you
Who
see why?
cares?
Did you see why?
Yeah, because it's haram. They say it's a form of gambling.
Yeah.
They said they will allow it if they can prove within Sharia law that it's beneficial to society.
I have friends in Indonesia that I play games with very regularly.
How do you even know they're in Indonesia? It could be Germans posing as Indonesians.
Yeah, that's true. Come on, la. Come on. Come on, la. Nine.
Again?
Just be like, are you Indonesian?
Yeah. Come on.
I play with Indonesians and they hate Indonesia and they hate the people that live in Indonesia and they just, it's just a shithole.
So hang on. They're Indonesians, but they hate Indonesia.
They hate what Indonesia's become.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what it is? It's because their government is trying to double down on Islam, whereas the people are heavily progressive.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've been to Jakarta, man.
Yeah.
I was there in December, not this December, like many, many Decembers ago, and there were Christmas trees everywhere. And I remember asking my mate, I'm like, what the hell? Okay, I thought this was a Muslim country. She goes, hey, Christmas is just a holiday, man. And then, like, there's girls walking around in shorts and singlets. Yeah.
But it's heading down this like path that a lot of the people don't like. And they can't do anything about it. Like, you just can't. There's nothing you can do. It's sad in a way, but
What's a revolution, man?
yeah, well,
It'll always. You can't go either way extreme, man.
It always teeters. I've told you this in the past.
Yeah.
It's like a pendulum. It always goes one way, and then people have enough, and then it goes the other way, and then people have enough, and then it always goes back and forth.
we have a friend that has like a dog, and apparently I think there's some kind of law that says you can't bury the dog on your land there, and right, and they ended up doing it. And
No, that's a joke.
No, not a joke. Swear.
I'm looking this up.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
look it
sorry,
up.
I don't
know.
if-
Yeah. So you can't bury a pet or something like, or an animal on your land
I got this. Hang on.
in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Well, I can see why it says you shouldn't bury pets, but this is generally, not just in Indonesia.
Well, no, this is the law.
It's been illegal to trade orangutans in Indonesia.
Oh, that's a shame.
A golden ticket.
I can't see anything here, man. Are you sure these people are reliable?
Yeah, absolutely.
Your sources are reliable.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Anyway,
source is reliable.
while you fact find,
smells.
they like a lot of people don't agree with it.
Sorry.
A lot of people don't agree with it, and
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of things about crematoria terms in Brisbane, but I'm not seeing anything about Indonesia. Dude, there's literally nothing about Indonesian burying pets in
I
Indonesia.
mean, it's pretty. You might not. I mean,
Is it a Muslim law?
yeah.
So it's an Islamic law. All right, so why don't we look that up?
Oh, look it up.
Islamic law burying pets. What a joke. Okay, here we go. IslamQA.info. Man, I can just see like ACO coming down on this whole studio.
Smash the windows in.
Crypto and
Is that a
burying.
helicopter?
Okay, hang on. All right, so according to Islam question and answer with the General Supervisor Shaki Mohammed Salih An Munajid.
That is a trustworthy source.
Oh, 100%. This is a website and everything.
Quote.
Question. Part of honouring the deceased is to bury him. Does the word deceased include even animals? Because I buried an animal of mine when I heard this hadith. The answer is, and I quote, praise to be Allah. That's the first thing. Like, just get to the end. Honouring the deceased means burying him is not a hadith, rather than these are the words of one of the fatwa. See some other bullshit? I did not find the hadith honouring the deceased means burying him in any mahfuz.
Was that part of the quote?
Hang on. Okay, the meaning is correct and is in accordance with the sunnah. Okay. We do not say concerning an animal, when it dies, that part of honouring it is burying it, as we say about human beings. But if burying it will ward off harm from the Muslims, then it is prescribed to do so, because burying it in that case comes under the heading of removing something harmful from the road used by the Muslims. So if the Muslims will be harmed by it and bothered by its smell, then it's obligatory to bury it or take it far away from the highways and byways used by the people. Hence, it is prescribed to bury it in order to ward off harm from the Muslims, not just because it has died. Make sense?
Isn't Lord Farquhar like the king in Shrek?
You just broke the guy. I saw that in slow motion. I saw that.
Oh my God.
I just saw him break. You've ruined him. You've actually ruined him. You're such a fuckwit. I'm talking about Islamic law here, and all you got from it was...
We're going to need our resident Islamic expert on the phone. Like, who you got that you can call up?
I got one dude I can call. I'm serious. I can call him if you want.
I've got one as well. But every time I call him, he just answers like, I'm like,
what the fuck? No, I'm serious. I can't call him. No, I'll leave it for later. I'll get an official response later.
At the end of the episode, you can do like a what do you call them? Like a little PSA.
Yeah,
I legitimately have a friend that like I could ask this stuff to, but jokes aside, every time I talk to him, if I dare question anything, I feel like I'm going to get killed.
Why?
Because you can't question it. You can't question their religion.
No, you can't.
Does he go off at you, or you just feel like you're...
He just goes off.
Nah, look, man, I've got Muslim friends, yeah, but it all depends on... What's your mate's background? But where's he from?
Lebanon.
Oh, well, there you go. There's your first problem. He's Lebanese. That's more of a Lebanese issue, not a Muslim issue.
That's a cultural issue.
That's a cultural issue.
No, but he's actually really nice.
Yeah, no. Look,
but as soon as you ask, can you have a dog? He goes off.
Nah, see that's a Lebanese issue.
They're filthy things. You can't have pets. And
dude,
all
it's
pets
in Islamic law to educate whoever asks to be educated.
But you can't question.
No, it's not about questioning. It's asking for an explanation, and they can provide an explanation as best of their abilities. That's actually Islamic law, man.
Well, I need to calm down.
I'm telling you from every Muslim I've ever dealt with.
So, what about this animal that was buried?
Okay, so look, as far as Islam is concerned, you can bury an animal because it serves to convenience or avoid an issue, a concern with other Muslims, right? So if you've got a dog that's died, you can bury it to avoid having it if you can't dispose of it anywhere convenient.
Well, these people were fined and they had to dig it back up.
Burying the dog just on the sake of burying it because of ritual is forbidden.
But I mean, how would you dispose of it other than burying it?
Burning it? Turfing it?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Let me just light it on fire.
No, incinerator. Like, what do you think a crematorium is?
Well,
so you remember in Seinfeld? Who buries a bird?
Who's going to travel all the way to Germany to do that?
What's Germany got to do with anything?
What's Germany?
Oh, you're fucked. He circled back.
I feel like a Sunday we're more casual, laid back.
I feel like he spent the last 48 hours watching Bill Burr and
he's been working on it.
George Carlin clips for the last week. Yeah, that's it. He's actually got material. We haven't pulled him away from a raid. We haven't pulled him away from anything. And that's why. You're a dickhead.
The weekdays, I told you, they're my weekdays. I'm busy.
You are such...
Oh, man.
I think you've hit your low now.
I'm gonna
you set the bar high. You set the bar high, and now you're bottomed out, and you're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Well, speaking of gifts...
Can we just get to the gift? It's 40 minutes.
Is it really 40 minutes?
I swear. Let's see how long you can drag it out.
Hang on, because I started with cryptocurrency. We ended up on Indonesia and Muslims.
brought it up.
flying back to Germany.
I said that.
What I'm saying is, what I was saying was,
I think that's the most German references we've ever made.
are you guys?
Do you know what I love?
There's plenty more to
I love the fact that our WhatsApp group, the little logo, it's German flag. Why?
Do you know, it's so normal, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah,
I was looking at it the other day because I've pinned, out of all the WhatsApp conversations, our one's pinned at the top.
Yeah.
And it's just always at the top. It says Minecraft, the gaming controller, and then a German flag.
I have never even thought twice about
None of
it.
us are German. None of us speak German. No one prescribes to National Socialism. Why?
I'll tell you what, this gift might make you a little bit German.
Oh, okay. I'm bearing it now. All right, we're 45 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
You want it now?
I want the damn thing.
All right.
We're going to drag it out to 3
What
hours.
if I tell you that...
Can you stop laughing?
It's more of
This
a,
guy's still laughing.
it's more of a question, right? Are you guys thinking at all that you might get left behind of the cryptocurrency / NFT?
100%. I have not looked at it
Are
one
you
bit.
worried about it?
Nah.
Are you?
Cash is king, my friend.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't know. Oh, the only reason I say this is because like big companies now are starting to adapt their technology.
I'll be honest. I was driving down the freeway the other day, and I think it was an insurance company or something, and they said now accepting payment in Bitcoin.
Yeah, a lot of them are. And CBA announcing last week that they're openly trading cryptocurrencies now.
Okay.
First bank in Australia.
Do you know when? I'll tell you right now. I'm going to dead this right now. Do you know when I'm going to embrace cryptocurrency?
When I give you the gift.
No. When Commonwealth Bank stop issuing red envelopes for Chinese New Year.
That's not going to happen.
I got no. I'm serious. I got given a red envelope at a wedding the other day, and it was red envelope with the Chinese insignia on it, and it had a CBA stamp on it.
Really?
They're issuing their own red envelopes, which is
I think that's
genius
been happening
marketing.
a long time, yeah.
But when Commonwealth Bank stop printing these things up, that's when I adapt, because that means that cash is dead. Because the Chinese stop using it at New Year's.
True.
I was thinking, like, small businesses, fair enough, they might want to get in on it, but I think the second big businesses start getting in on crypto.
Well, they have, though. Amazon,
but the way
PayPal.
isn't it like a limited? I mean, they're creating more like companies, or not companies, but new types of crypto.
Yeah.
But didn't you say there's a limited amount per type of?
Yeah, so
brand?
each can set an amount, yeah.
So the way I see it is the second the big companies are getting in on that and they're trying to get the crypto for themselves, that's like them trying to hoard it for themselves.
Well, it's just stocks. Think of it that way.
I know.
Same thing.
Yeah, I'm not too worried.
Like Facebook moving to Meta is a big step
Yeah, what
towards
the hell is that, man?
Well, they're moving to, that's what it's basically saying. They're moving to like cryptocurrency / blockchain metaverse. They're calling it metaverse now. It's like digital worlds and stuff like that.
Yeah, but is Facebook actually changing their name completely?
Not Facebook. The brand
Facebook's staying the same.
Facebook's going to stay
The
Facebook.
parent company.
Yeah, it's called Meta. Yeah.
Is it a brand new world? The book, is that what it's called?
I got no idea.
Yeah, I think it's that. I think that's what they. Yeah,
But even like Ubisoft came out and said that they're going to be moving towards full cryptocurrency style blockchain NFT.
They're trying to. I've heard blockchain games, or is it? As well?
Yeah.
They're creating them.
Yeah, there's a great one at the moment. A couple of great ones. But I don't know. It's just I'm trying to get my head around it more because it seems like it's going to be a big thing. The biggest thing that people are making money off now is NFTs, which is like that unique token that only you can own one of these things. Mm-hmm. And if the value on that thing goes up, then you're the only person who can own it. It's like, if I want to buy a piece of art, I can actually own the art. And if someone else sees it online and they're like, I want that, they can make you an offer for it. Mm-hmm. It's creating an opportunity of wealth for people. Think about this guy. He, Captain Hustle over here. Mm-hmm. If he makes NFTs as a side business, like, how he does Rep the Burbs, mm-hmm. he could probably like kill it with the NFTs. You would probably kill it.
How?
You just put it out. You put your design out there. It can be a skin. It can be a picture. Whatever you want. There's people who collect shit for anything. People just want collections of things that look good. Could be anything.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You set it up for me. I'll give you 10%.
I'm doing all the work here. Hey,
25.
65.
17.
How'd you go from 25 to 65? You're a dreaming man.
I know. Clearly, the man has no business mind whatsoever.
Business acumen.
Excuse me, I screwed over plenty of people in the last 10 years.
12.
We go back down.
Look, you just said 25 seconds. No, I didn't.
we can discuss it more off podcast.
No, I'm serious. If you want to run with it, I'll make you El Capitan, and you can do whatever you want, and you can have 11%.
41% you say.
5%. You know what that is? That's a Peter Griffin thing.
Yeah.
80 million.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you...
20 million.
I'll take
75 million.
30 and I'll give you the gift.
I don't know what this gift is, man. Can we just... Dude, we are now at 50 minutes. 50 minutes. Can you please stop dragging this out?
Would you be interested in NFTs or not?
Not really. If you do something on my behalf.
Okay.
That's legit.
I'll look into it.
Okay.
Because I think you have the talent to pull it off. There's far less talented people making a lot of money off this shit.
I'm content.
I'll tell you what, I think maybe until you see your first money come in, then you'll be like, okay.
Do you know what I want, though? I want an old school bank book, like from Commonwealth Bank, where the wogs used to do the balance and everything.
Passbook,
yeah. I want a passbook with this, and I want him to update it for me every week.
It's cryptocurrency. It's digital.
But I will pay for you to have an office and wear a shirt with those accountant
I just want to be. I'll come here. I just want to come here.
What are those?
Those are just so if you've got sleeves that are too long, they're cuffs that hold you can raise the sleeve up and then it keeps it's so you can shorten the sleeve.
Okay.
And it keeps it in place.
I asked the question for two reasons. One, I never knew what the hell they were. My uncle in Mildura used to wear them when he was at his desk. I remember it's in there. He's wearing the shirt. So you're saying your sleeve's too long. Why would your sleeve be too long?
Oversized shirt.
Oversized, yeah.
Why would you be wearing an oversized shirt?
Someone got you a gift and it didn't fit.
Maybe so you just decide to buy a size 43 shirt instead of a size 41. I don't know.
Yeah, but the sleeves aren't going to vary that much.
Yeah, they do. If it looks unprofessional, the bank won't be happy with that.
Yeah.
You can't have a hanging shirt. That way you should
look like a child. Like an adult jumper on.
Just flapping.
Daddy. Okay, so that's what it is.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm a grown man, never knew what the hell it was.
Yeah.
You ever worn them?
No.
Oh, not on my arm.
Why must you continue to be a fuckwit? Seriously. Trying to run a family-friendly show here. All right, back to the gift, please.
Did we start with the gift?
Yes, I said that I'd be interested in NFTs if you managed it for me and you gave me my updated balance in a passport.
I feel like the problem with NFT would be that you'd need to learn how to use an online wallet. Because if I'm controlling all your funds, I'm 50%.
Yeah, it's clearly 5. 3 and I don't charge you to come in here.
I'd actually work in here. This would be great.
Okay, I'll tell you what. There you go. 2%, and you can use this as your office. And you can sleep on that couch. And I'll give you a hand sanitizer every month.
Oh, I'm not going to need it.
All right, come on. Okay, we've established that I'm interested.
Okay, good.
What's the gift?
I will.
The gift, Mike.
It's clearly, it's clearly one of those ball shaver clippers.
No.
Have you seen the hats?
That's a great guess, though.
That's what I honestly thought it was at the start, because it's mobile on the fly, traveling.
Those ads make no sense because maybe you've noticed that your partner, your father, your brothers let themselves go. It's like, what are you?
Who's looking at their dad's balls, man?
What kind of nudist colony are we living in?
Seriously, all right, I'm going to look after you.
He's your manscaper. It makes no sense.
Do you know what? You're on the right track, though.
Ooh.
Okay.
You are, and so are you too.
Can we just get to the end? If we close an hour on it, I'm going to be upset.
If you gave me enough time, I reckon I could guess it.
I reckon you could
I
too.
don't think he'd want to make that into a show.
That's
into an
true.
Episode.
But I'll tell you what, I'll give you one guess every 15 minutes.
Okay.
So that's your first one. I'll keep it that time.
Me. Why have I still got Islam?
Is it to do with hygiene?
Well, hang on. One guess every 15 minutes.
Make it 5.
Forget that. Can we just get to the point?
Make it 5. All right. Well, I'll get back to you in 2:55.
I have so much work to do at home, and I'm listening to this.
What have you got to do?
Are you for real?
Yeah. See how
I'm
easy
sitting
it
up.
is to distract him?
I'm sitting up. The more I slouch, the less you take me seriously. I'm sitting up, upright. Just
It's good for your posture anyway.
fuck off. Just go.
Have you seen the prickly mat?
What's the prickly mat?
The prickly mat, it's a new thing that people are using. Apparently, they lie down on it and it helps circulation.
Yeah,
in the back.
isn't that like the bed of nails? The fakers from India?
Yeah,
But people are like, if you read the comments on these things, like people are just getting brutalized on their back and they're like, oh, it's fantastic. I lasted 40 seconds. I'm like,
Let's go get a massage, man. $10.
what's happening here?
Do you remember that scene in Heavyweights?
Oh, I can't remember that.
Do you remember the movie Heavyweights about the fat camp, Ben Stiller?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember where he's like, Tony tries to lead by example and he's lying on the bed of nails with an ice block on his stomach?
Yeah.
This is the 16th level of the Perkins system.
Oh, man.
You'll all be doing this by Labor Day. Do it too, Lars. In my honor, Tony.
Oh, man.
He's holding a block of ice. Okay, come on. Continue.
Do you know what I found out? You know when you know the people the magicians that walk on glass, right?
Yeah.
You know that?
I thought that was just like a luau.
Huh?
Don't they do that in Hawaii with a bit of a...
Oh, whatever. You know
coals?
what I'm talking about. The glass stepping, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you know how it's done?
They callus their feet up, don't they?
Do you know how it's done?
I would have no.
I only just realized. I didn't find it out, and I stand corrected if I am wrong, but I just realized, right? I watched Trailer Park Boys. We mentioned it a couple of times.
Yeah, I had no idea what it was.
So-
I've seen the memes.
In the show, there's like kids they call the bottle kids, right? And they always go around to all the trailer park grabbing all the glass bottles, and then they piff them at people, right? And they just smash them on their heads and stuff like that. And in explaining what those bottles are, because obviously they look real, they shatter real, everything looks real about
Aren't
them.
they sugar or something?
They're sugar bottles,
Yeah.
right? I figured that's what they're using. It looks exactly the same as glass.
Yeah.
And it shatters the same as glass, everything. But it must be sugar. It has to be.
Oh, so
And what's
this
this set
is
of
just a
magicians
guess?
doing? Walking on it.
They walk on the glass.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that glass is sugar glass.
It's possible to fake a glass walk or boost your chances of completing it without injury. Breakaway glass, also known as sugar or candy glass, is easier to shatter substitute for real glass.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I didn't realize.
Okay.
I always used to think the same thing, like it was callous feet, really hardcore, No.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the Polynesians walking across the coals, they're doing it. They're not using sugar glass.
It's probably like some LED light underneath all the coals. Just
Yeah, so tribes going back hundreds of years, they've got sugar glass and LED lights.
Yeah.
You're out of your mind.
Dude,
Can you
speaking
please
of
get
tribes,
on this gift? For God's sakes,
3
we're
minutes.
at an hour.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. You better have a good guess coming. Coming. That's a hint for the gift.
I'm tapping out. I'm done. I'm done for today.
Let's talk about China for a second. All right? Some serious talk, okay? So,
You're killing me. You're actually killing me.
how long does it take? This is a question for you guys, okay? How long do you think it takes for us to travel to Mars from
I'll tell
here?
you right now, I'll Google it.
No. Take an educated guess.
Well,
Isn't
if
it
it's
like
not-
a year?
If I don't Google it, it's not educated.
Take
is
an
it?
uneducated
Isn't it
guess.
like a year?
1 year? What about you? What do you reckon?
From here to Mars,
Yeah. At our current technology, what do you reckon we can get there in?
I think it's just over a year or something, isn't it?
It's currently 6 months, 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, okay? That's the best of the best technology the world's got right now to get there, right?
Assuming nothing goes wrong with it.
Assuming nothing goes wrong. And that's hard. Like,
Yeah.
it's a hard trip. China, okay, has just released technology. How long do you reckon it takes them to get to Mars?
2 weeks.
3 months.
You want to stick with 2 weeks?
Yeah.
All right. 36 days.
But how?
36 days to get to Mars.
How?
How indeed? China's technology boom in the last 5 years alone
Yeah.
has been nothing short of like just revolutionary. And there's no explanation for it.
You bought your A game today, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm serious.
I've been
He's
into it.
refreshed. You know,
I'm feeling good, man.
took a shower, had a jerk.
Actually, I didn't have
PM.
I have to
Had a
admit,
good PM.
I have to admit, when you gave me a little bit extra time, I was like, "Do I shower?" Because I stink like vinegar, and I didn't. I ended up just using some wipes and just get rid over it. But
that better not be the gift. Seriously,
it helps. What, my used wet wipe? Just brown stains and all.
Can you please just get to the point?
But, like, insane that no one can say why and how China's technology boom has just been, like, escalating in the last 3 to 5 years. Like, out of control technology.
Yeah.
From a country that never really pushed that hard into, like, space travel and all that.
No one did, except for Russia and America.
Right. Like, how? How is this possible? And no one can explain it. 36 days is insane.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but they haven't actually launched it.
No, but it's almost complete.
How do they figure that it's 36 days?
Because they've done tests.
One, it's just a rocket that's just that quick.
Yeah.
Well, they released that missile, whatever it was, last time.
Oh, the hypersonic.
The hypersonic. And
that you can't predict.
The speed at which it goes.
You can't counter it in time.
Yeah,
You just can't counter it in time. It'll blow you up before you realize. It's ridiculous. Like, that's what I mean. Like, the technology that they're coming out with is just too...
Well, I mean...
Aliens!
I mean, China, in the past...
Hang on, if you're going to say it properly. China.
All right, hold on. In the past, you see... China was... China. They've always been, very advanced technologically wide, ahead of, like, a lot of the rest of the world, in the past.
Yeah.
As in, you're doing, like, Three Kingdoms era.
Then, even after that, like Middle Ages, they've always been very advanced.
Black powder,
all that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big influence.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and they still got conquered by the Mongolians.
I'm just picturing, like, the Greeks inventing shit.
Yeah.
They've achieved what they want to achieve. It's good. And they leave that technology,
just leave it.
which stands today.
Yeah.
China figured it out, thought, we need to make it quicker, cheaper, and to accommodate for a bigger population.
Yeah.
Done.
I mean, like the black powder, all their advancements in, like, military stuff, when they got conquered by the Mongolians used that tech to then conquer the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what? Like gunpowder and...
All their siege weapons. The Mongolians couldn't siege for crap.
No, they're horseback.
And infantry, but they just did not. That was their main fatal flaw with military. They just couldn't siege to, like.
And we're back to Mongolia.
Peanuts. They just couldn't siege for peanuts.
Do you know what I love? I can't believe I'm going to bring this up, but the South Park episode.
Which one?
Where they're just on the horseback hitting the wall, the Great Wall of China. Hey, you shitty Mongolian! Stop attacking my shitty wall!
Can we get back to your gift, please?
Yeah, so it will help space travel.
We've hit an hour.
100%.
We're done.
Oh, guess.
Is it something to do with, like, in the hygiene area?
Yes. So China then.
What are you saying, man?
I'm saying you're a busy guy.
Okay.
China has also created like a mini sun in a controlled environment. Like, what's going on here? Something's happening. Okay. Now, if this doesn't, spark some concerns, okay, sure. Go on your little merry way, go to your little protests in the city and complain about bills and shit. All right, that's fine. What about, my friends, the gift that someone else has given us? Not necessarily me to you. Okay.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
The previous...
I don't like that he's being this cryptic about it.
This is a little bit conspiracy, but we'll go with it for now because it's news, okay? The previous head of space agency... If it's conspiracy... Do you know what? That's how the Asians do their blowjobs.
What?
They keep it over their nose and they leave their mouth open. It's just weird as shit.
You're fucked.
It's weird. Anyway, the previous head of... Speaking of head...
Can you just get to the point?
Previous head of the Israeli Space Command, whatever the hell they're called for the government, came out... Did you see this?
Yeah.
Well, bam! You want to get in on it?
Not particularly.
Came out and said that the leading countries in the world, like America and Israel and blah, blah, have been dealing with aliens, know full well of their existence among us, and have an agreement that, the aliens can do whatever research they want on people as long as, nothing happens, and that Trump was about to spill the beans until they stopped him. This guy is the ex-head of the space, whatever the hell it was called, for the Israeli government. Thoughts?
So what you're saying is the ex-head of the Israeli space program confirms the existence of an alien life and that Trump was going to spill the beans.
Yeah.
What has this got to do with the gift?
Well, I'll tell you if you if you give me your thoughts.
I don't care. Just get to the gift. You've literally dragged this out an hour and 3 minutes.
I'd like to hear 8 Balls. What he's thinking.
I've had the thought that how the American Air Force, they've been talking about those
Sightings.
sightings, whatever they are. I have thought along the lines of it probably is Chinese tech.
Oh,
That's what I've been thinking,
Yeah.
because they're like, they've said there's only a handful of countries in the world that could produce something like this.
Yeah.
And we're not aware that any of them are doing it, because obviously they have
Did you
their
put that in your pee hole?
No.
What was that?
It's the shattered glass from the picture frame from the earthquake. I'm going to use it to slip my wrists and be done with this episode.
Oh. Suicide helpline.
It just gets
It's out
in
there if someone needs it.
That's what and so I've thought along those lines, it'd probably be something that would be coming out of
That's
China.
an interesting. I actually never thought of that. That's a pretty
That's
interesting.
honestly,
I
that
think-
is the most logical.
I think people are too quick.
Another country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people are just too quick to look for outside
Alien. Yeah.
factors.
Yeah.
I mean, UFO means it's an unidentified flying object.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's an alien.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
You know,
right.
people think too much quickly. Oh, it's an alien.
Yeah.
They were too quick to jump to the conclusion that there was a shadow 4 solar systems away in front of a sun. And then they figured that, this has to be an ancient station that belonged to an alien race or something. It turned out it was just a shadow from another planet or something like that.
Yeah.
Just a little too quick. I think
Yeah.
these people are trying to hold on to their grants too much.
That's the thing,
know?
man. Most experts in the fields will openly state that 99.999999% of the time it is something that someone's just overlooked.
Yeah.
Whether it is unidentified tech from another country, a shadow, blah blah blah.
I think a lot of it's probably misunderstood too.
It's just people jumping to conclusions because they want it to be something that they think.
It's like, you know how sometimes people see lights in the sky and they're like, oh my God. And scientists have been really quick to dismiss it and be like, look, it's this, it's a phenomena called this and the lights do this.
Northern Lights, it's a weather balloon.
Yeah.
It's this
and people are
that.
like, no, it's not. I've got it on. Why? Let me ask me. Okay. The gift aside, all right. What the hell is wrong with the footage that everyone gets to people? Everyone's got a decent phone these days, okay? Or if not a camera. Why the hell are people zooming in so the quality of the video is terrible and then shaking it as if they're having a spasm? What's wrong with? Show me one video where that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Let me ask you something. When you watch a footy, when you watch the footy and there's an instant replay of a goal and they're trying to figure out whether it's been touched on the line or should be disallowed, why is it the footage during commercials and ad breaks are super slow-mo, you can see spit coming out of the guy's mouth, but the footage of the goal and the ball going over the line has been shot on a 3310 in the dark by a drunk on the freeway? Because it creates drama.
Yeah.
Because it creates that form. Otherwise, you'd have super HD cameras in place of the Flying Fox cameras.
I'm just...
Why have it accurate when you can have it disputed and create a whole conflict?
it just pisses me off, honestly.
Is my time
Were you
come up?
checking me out? Or?
No, it's
okay.
I'm done.
Yeah, you get one.
Is there some sort of flavoured prophylactic?
Prophylactic. Who uses that word? I've not heard that word in years. That is a word that has left the lexicon. All right.
No, according to me.
Seriously.
He's had to think about it.
It's like you're selling them from a drugstore.
It's not
with
a
white lab coat.
prophylactic, but I'm not sure if it's flavored. I don't think it's flavored. No,
Say scented, maybe?
we'll go with scented.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not a dinger.
What's the other name from Johnny's? No, Jimmy's.
Jimmy's.
It's not a Jimmy.
I seriously picture him with a white lab coat and a chemist. Hey there, Jim. Can I help you to some cough syrup?
What's that?
Prophylactic?
What's
This just pulls up with his... okay. Do you know what's more embarrassing is dudes are going to go buy Connies on the weekend and they buy a whole bunch of other shit to mask what they're actually buying. They get the one dude at the register that just repeats everything that's in front of him. Okay there, Jim. We've got some shaving cream, toothpaste, and 3 giant prophylactics, jelly beans,
Ribbed.
yeah, went for the rib this time. It was a lucky lane.
I mean, how hard is it to think? Like, seriously, think about it. You got a country there that isn't distracted with all the distractions that a lot of the Western world has.
Yeah.
They're very hyper-focused. Why is it so hard to believe that with that hyper-focus that they can't break some barrier in a certain industry or area, industry, and just progress it that much faster and quicker?
Like, I agree. I was watching, what was I watching recently? Like How It's Made or something? You know, one of those where they go in depth into the factories.
Mega factories and stuff like that. Yeah.
Dude, the technology they're using is insane. Like ridiculous. Ridiculous levels of technology.
In like, you're talking about general factories and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It is insane.
Logistics is the biggest industry in the world, right? I've been part of it for about 20 years nearly, okay? Some of the stuff in Germany, back to Germany, some of it comes down to literally millimeters of movement, all directed by GPS, all directed by sensors and magnets.
Yeah.
To the point of like we're talking fractions of a second.
Yeah.
Crucial little decisions, moving pallets and merchandise.
And they're all heated like giant ovens.
Yeah. And we've hit the new low point, and I'm done. I want to hear about your gift. I don't hear about nothing. I'm calling it.
It is damn impressive. Honestly. But speaking of sensors,
the ovens
My
or the
guesses, they've been
factories?
good, or
Huh?
that my guesses have been good, or what have you been impressed
No,
with?
you got 2 minutes. Calm down.
Okay.
Can you not?
Speaking of sensors, yeah, basically that's what they were saying, right? All these big companies that have these big ovens, the moving parts and stuff, have
big ovens.
they have sensors that 100% that everything is measured to like exact. And if the sensor picks up it's not, then the other sensor kicks in, and it's just like crazy technology.
Drone attacks.
Oh
They
man,
can hit a button in DC that launches a missile in Syria and lands to a fraction of a millimeter.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. I must say, I'm a bit scared of drone
It's
attacks.
precision, man.
Which they've just started up again.
What, drone attacks?
Yeah, they just started them up again.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Just recently, there was a whole family that died, remember? It was in the news.
No, I'll suss it out.
It was supposed to kill some.
Oh, and it missed.
It missed and it killed kids and a family, or just kids or whatever.
Yeah.
It was the wrong area completely. I can't remember it exactly.
Wait, are you
In
saying
the last 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, have I got a story for you?
that?
I'm thinking of doing it after the gift. No, I'll do it before the gift.
Can you just get to the gift, please?
Man, no.
I think I
check
might
what
have
country it
narrowed
was.
it down.
Check which country it was first. You got 1 minute before you can guess. Check which country it was that had that. I can guess a couple of different countries. It
I don't know
probably
if it was
was.
Afghanistan
Yeah.
or Iran or
Where else is it going to be?
Iraq.
Seriously.
Afghanistan.
Syria or Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Like that.
I'm,
was
feel,
Yemen.
I'm feeling
It was
serious.
Yemen.
Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah, man.
Drone attack, Yemen. Are you sure?
No.
Anyway, forget it. Don't worry about
No,
it.
it
Can't
was.
find- Was it?
Missile drone attack on a key military base in South Yemen has killed at least 30 troops.
No. This one killed a family.
This
Just
killed
an
a
innocent family.
Yeah.
Okay, drone attack
Family
family.
or children.
No ISIS bomb. Co-worker's family. Deadly US strike in Kabul did not break law. Yeah, killed 10 Afghani civilians.
I think that was it, yeah.
Kabul,
Yeah,
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
The BBC.
You know,
The BBC.
oh, you can have a, go for it.
No, nothing. Oh, my question.
Question or guess? Whatever.
Guess. Okay, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So you said it was scented. It's got to do with.
I think. I'm not actually sure.
Do you have it on you?
Yeah, of course I've got it on me. It's a gift.
So it's not particularly large.
Well, I mean,
I've got a feeling that
8 inches or so, somewhere around.
I have a feeling
pocket size.
that this pocket size. I think it's another tub of El Dorado. That thingy.
Oh, that's a good guess. But why would I think it's not scented when I know that smells
Because
amazing?
you're trying to throw me off.
No, I'm being genuine.
Okay. All right. So if it's not, what's it called?
El Dorado.
El Dorado. And it's scented. He
All right,
thinks
come back
it's
in 5
scented.
minutes.
Can we? So I'm not letting this go anymore, man. Just name it.
Is it
So-
a spray?
Hang on.
No, I didn't ask my question.
You did. You said it's that. And I said no.
Okay.
All right, 5 minutes. I'll come back to you. How do you guys feel about facial recognition?
Not a big fan.
Not a big fan. Why?
Because That's enough.
But, I mean,
That's enough.
Like, what are you afraid of it? Are you worried they're taking data? Are you worried what?
Everything's just becoming way too big brother.
Yeah.
Just way too much. I was actually going to bring it up. Driving down in the last couple of days as I was coming back from Rosebud, I've just been spotting more and more cameras on lights that are the radar ones, that like the little domes. Mm-hmm. And they're at every single red light now. Every single one. Yeah. And I don't know if it's just this area or if it's all over the place. I've mostly just driving in, this area here. And I'm like, well, like how much camera footage do you need? Yeah. It's going along the lines of like in England, they're like basically every corner, every shop has a set of cameras. Yeah. Very big brother there.
But do you know what the cameras are for?
Well, it's going to be obviously in case if something happens.
So
it'd be for like...
because I was wondering too, and apparently a lot of them are dual. So one's like they're camera and sensors. Yeah. And the sensors help the traffic lights make decisions based on better traffic conditions.
Oh, okay.
And the cameras are so that they can sense the traffic conditions and actually see it visually if they have to. Oh, okay. And I guess if there's an accident, they can
pull it up and see,
Yeah. They haven't said like specific. It's more the sensor part they're pushing. But then again,
okay. I'm going to say one thing as someone who's worked in security. No one wants cameras until something happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And when something happens, why weren't there cameras?
Yeah.
Why weren't the cameras working?
Yeah.
Where were the cameras?
Yeah.
Why? How could they not have cameras there?
Yeah.
No one wants a camera until they need one.
But cameras aside, we're talking about facial
recognition.
Taking facial data is what we're talking about. What do you think on that, Tim? Have you even thought about it at all?
Mate, have you ever seen a James Bond movie?
No. Oh, sorry. No, go.
They always capture the crims by doing the facial scans of every prison in the world, and they figure out exactly where the terrorist is. Speaking of which, I did watch the latest James Bond.
What do you think?
Good. Very good.
Okay.
Very, very good.
Is it a good swan song for his end?
I think it's probably the best, most fitting way they could have done it.
Oh, okay.
And I say this, obviously I haven't watched all the Daniel Craigs. I haven't really watched Bond movies. To be honest.
Same. I've never really watched any at all.
But I'll be honest, after watching this one, I'm definitely going to go back and watch the rest of them because they say that, I read some reviews and they say that you need to watch the previous two, Quantum Solace and whatever the other one was, just to make more sense. For the emotional depth of this one to hit, you really need to watch the previous two. But on top of that, it's made me interested in actually watching Daniel Craig's take on him because they say, they did a good job generally. Yeah. But if you watch every movie like that, there's always a scanning scene where they're scanning every camera on the planet, they're scanning every blah, 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 and they bring up the terrorist's face and they match it up with the eyes, and he's usually got a beard, and in one he's clean shaven, but they match the face, and that's how they find him. Look, man, in the terms of, it's not about accountability, it's in the terms of safety. I could give a shit. I don't give a shit about, we need to know where everyone is at every given moment, but if something should happen, it'd be nice to have someone to be held accountable for it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm not saying put barcodes on everyone's faces, man. I'm not saying bury a chip inside their arm. I'm just saying. Like, it goes back to the whole national ID thing we were talking about. You want to live in this country, man? There's no reason why there shouldn't be a national ID as far as I'm concerned, because everyone should be held accountable, period.
Yeah.
We should know who's living here.
Yeah.
It's not about, what are you doing? When did you take a shit? La, la, la.
Yeah.
It's just about, like, who are you? What's your name? Cool. You're not Roma living off the land.
Did you just kill 3 people? All right.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
If you're a wandering gypsy, by all means, stay off the grid. But you can't be in the grid and think you can stay off the grid.
Let's. How long are we had our lockdown? 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
How much violence has been in Melbourne alone in the last 2 weeks? The city's been on fire.
No, it hasn't.
It has. There's been bashing, stabbings.
Dude, I live in the city. I haven't seen anything.
Well, you need to look at the news more.
I actually got the.
That's because you're too high off the ground.
You're just on that outside of.
I got
city.
the local paper the other day. Yeah, I did. I felt like a local. Went down to the milk bar to buy milk. I'm like, hey, the paper.
Yes, I'm sorry you don't see anything from your 30th floor.
Who's on the 30th floor?
Hey, stop stabbing him. He's dead already. What are you doing down there? No, it's I mean, it's been crazy.
Okay,
people are just hungry for violence.
Look, as far as national ID and facial scanning, all right, it's not about. Like I said, it's not about monitoring what people are doing. It's just about being able to hold someone accountable. That's it.
Yeah.
If you want to live in the grid, then you have to be part of the grid. You can't live off the grid.
Yeah.
Live off the grid. Go by all means. That's why it made me annoyed when it was like, oh, when the whole COVID thing was starting, it's like, oh, we're getting out of here. Like, where are you going to go?
Go!
Where are you actually going to go?
Where are they now?
They're still here.
Exactly.
But that's my point. It's like, where are you going to go? Go live off the grid, man. Live off the grid. Be a gypsy.
I'll say one thing about... I don't want to get into this. But
Okay, what was your point about facial recognition anyway? You didn't actually make it.
I mean, you could even think now, like, this just came to mind now, like you got that deep fake technology now, don't you?
Yeah.
That's brutal.
That is insane, huh?
So if that's available now, and then you have facial recognition going on, what's to say? I mean, this is just purely something that just popped into my head. I haven't put any thought behind it. But if those two, you have a country that then starts using facial recognition for everything, and you have this deep fake technology out there, all they need is enough footage of you to essentially put your face on somebody else's body.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not saying they would do that, but then again,
We're not... I mean, it's very possible, though.
yeah, there's that. It's a law. I don't know if it's in Victoria. In Australia, they just passed it about 3-4 weeks ago. How the Australian, I can't remember if it's Victorian police or Australian police, can now. There's a ruling where they can actually access your social network without your permission.
Oh, yeah.
And they're actually allowed to modify your social media where they can actually put posts and remove posts from your social media without your permission. The whole law it's more to do with capturing predators, child predators, which they've already used to catch one person. It was like a week ago. It was a very controversial law that got passed because they're saying if it was to be abused, and a person was targeted by somebody in a position that could do that, you could easily change an entire person's social media to make them look like they're like a monster, criminal. Yeah. So they could go ahead, delete everything that you've ever posted, and then just start create a fake history of postings of you saying, "Oh, look at that delicious piece" or whatever. And that's I'm serious.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that's what they've passed, and the people already that are very cynical have come out and said, well, if that was to be abused.
Yeah.
Anyone that says that facey laws and technology and all that sort of shit's getting too far and it's gone too far and it's gone too far, the only reason these things progress this far is because we allow them to progress this far, because we create them. Facebook wouldn't be the conglomerate that it is today if people didn't fucking buy into it.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
No.
I know, that's right. Yeah.
What do you think Zuckerberg went around to every single person's house on the planet and said, here, take my social network thing?
Yeah. Hello, my name's Mark and I'm at the local university over here.
You know what I mean?
mind?
No. But it's not like he drove to your house,
Yeah.
No.
installed Facebook on your phone and said,
No, of
here,
course not.
use my social network. The thing didn't exist before that.
Yeah.
People drove the idea.
Yeah.
It grew exponentially on its own. It's gotten to the point that it is because we allowed it to get to that point because we use it.
Yeah, of course. But what I'm talking about is I'm not talking about Facebook. What I'm talking about is the fact that they've passed a law that allows the government to access your social media without even having to consult with the social media network. They can just access it. They just ask for the whatever the password is for it from Facebook, whatever.
Which is kind of weird because Facebook shouldn't have access to your passwords.
I don't know. They shouldn't.
So that's what I'm really confused about. Because the way it's built, it shouldn't...
Well, Facebook technically does, because every time you accept a new app or a plugin...
Well, yeah, you give them permission.
You're giving them permission to...
That's not giving... That's your account sharing the public and private keys of your password.
Read those terms and conditions, man.
Yeah, but they shouldn't... No, but just generally how a password transaction works, they shouldn't be able to just see it. They wouldn't know what it was. They would literally have to break it down, which then that would be, in my understanding, an issue of privacy.
I guess when it becomes a national security threat, that's a different story.
Well, I mean, if the guy's raping children, then fair enough. Like, take his account. I don't care. But he's saying if there's an abuse
Is it allegedly raping children?
Well, that's the abuse part, right?
That's the point.
Yeah.
Well, they caught this guy. He was like in his 90s. He had child porn. I don't know. It was on the news like a week ago.
Was it legitimate, do you think? Or?
Well, I would say so.
90 years old?
92.
We're talking from back then or what?
Like last week.
No, I mean,
2
like,
weeks ago.
these offences?
It's the first person they've arrested with these new laws instituted.
But I mean, like, is the offences from back when, or
I don't know.
was it 90?
I don't know. He's a savvy tech.
He's not jerking
old
off at
man.
90. I'm telling you that.
I don't know.
If he is, I
But
want to know how.
the paranoid inclined could say, well, look, I mean, this won't happen here, but let's say Australia decides to go down the route of, all right, let's decide to persecute, I don't know, the Taoists in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just
The Taoists?
outside of the box.
The one,
outside.
the one group that has never done a single thing.
Let's just go think outside.
Burning
the box
that
thing.
incense on Sundays
I
is
don't,
killing me.
I don't like to flog a dead horse. I think outside. Let's say they decide to target them. With this, like I was saying, the paranoid inclined could say, well, all right, well, the government, if they decide to persecute these people, they could say, all right, let's start finding who they are, and, we could start creating posts within their networks to then be able to round them up to give us an excuse. That's all.
I don't think that's any different than like going undercover or planting evidence.
Yeah.
Planting evidence is acceptable in some cases.
In some cases, yeah. I mean, look at the...
but you got to remember, think about all the times when evidence has been planted.
Yeah.
They do it because cops know that perps are going to use a technicality to get around the law.
Yeah.
So they can't afford to have some perp get off based on technicality or weak hearsay, something that a lawyer could potentially put in as weak.
Yeah.
Prosecutor.
Well, but what I'm getting at is, like I was saying, like for the people who are paranoid, and they would say, well, if they're deciding to target these people who haven't done anything wrong, and they say, well, all right, all these Taoists now, look, they decide to do their own little uprising or whatever, and they're targeting the Australian way of life. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let us shit.
But but people go down that train of thought.
Yeah.
Now,
what the hell's going on here? Anyway, can we please get back to the gift? We're now at 124.
I think I made 2 questions now.
I think
maybe
you are,
3.
actually. No, two.
2. Okay. So it's scented, which you think, which isn't much of an answer.
Yeah. No, it's not. Could be, could not be.
And it's a hygienic. It's like a body. What was that? What'd you say?
It could or could not be scented. I think it is, though. I think it's more. I'd lean more towards yes, it is scented.
Is it like some sort of brush?
No.
Can you just answer the question, man? Like,
Is it something that can be...
I'm answering the question.
Is
Is it a brush? I said no.
Can it be ingested?
Safely?
safely?
Questionable. I'm not too sure.
Do you even know what you have?
You're chafing it now, man. Just say what it is.
Speaking of chafing.
Oh,
Man. The other piece of technology that China's been bringing out is they just released a quantum computer that is 1,000 times faster than the current best. I think it's Google's quantum computer is the best at the moment. 1,000 times faster than that.
Imagine the load times on Red Dead.
And?
Oh, man. If I can just make a bullet in Red Dead and not have to sit there and wait for the animation to go off, oh, baby. Quantum me up.
You know, I told you I got it, yeah? On PC. And I installed it. And I was like, all right, I got through the snow, through the grizzly section, which I was just taking screenshots left, right, and center because on the PC, I'm just dying, like graphics, eyeball melting. And get down into like Shoehorn Overlook, is it? Horseshoe Overlook.
Horseshoe.
I'm like, all right, I'm going to try and knock out a few missions, get through the tutorial so I can then open it up. 2 hours later, all I've been doing is hunting for food. Hunting for food. And all I've done is like go over to, where the buffalo are just outside of Horseshoe? Mm-hmm. That's the entire area I've been, where that oil thing is.
I was going to say, I thought of you the other day.
That's all I've been doing. 2 hours. The first 2 hours I was just looking for food, basically.
I drove through Sassafras 2 days ago, and I automatically thought of strawberry straight away.
Yeah.
It's the best. It actually reminds me of that town.
With when you were playing it, look, I can't remember, but your memory would probably be better than mine. When would be like a cold day in the game, would you have like dew coming off the horse?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. I thought maybe it just might have been a PC thing.
I think it might be just a PC thing.
It's like a 6-degree morning in the game, and the horse, like I've just finished riding it, pull up into Valentine.
The accuracy, the detail.
Off, and you just see like dew and like the heat, like when you're sweating in a cold day, you just see the steam.
It's literally the most accurate, like just the graphics, man. Just the level of detail is just unmatched.
Yeah.
Period. So I just thought it got me thinking of Ghost of Tsushima. I finally took that out of my PS4.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to get the expansion.
It's just a small little DLC. I think it goes for like 80 hours. It's a very small island. Yeah.
I'm so angry with myself that that's the one game I've ever 100%ed.
I don't know why you hated it. I thought it was a very
It was
good
the
game.
grind.
It
was a stupid Fox Den bullshit.
Maybe because I took a couple-month break in between it.
Did you 100% it?
Yeah, I've platinumed it.
Did you guys buy it, or did you get it as a gift?
It. No,
I bought it.
Oh, you bought it.
Yeah. It's one of my many purchases that I live to regret because of this idiot.
Did you enjoy the game?
If I didn't force myself to 100% it, I probably would have enjoyed it more.
I mean,
those Fox Dens were just a waste of time.
It wasn't that many, weren't there?
Do you remember my videos that I released?
When
you started saying that it's all gear that you can use, I'm like, oh, really? I got triples ups of the same shit.
You can create builds in it.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
You can't.
You can.
Yeah, you listen to him.
I think there's plenty more games
Meanwhile,
out
Crusader
there.
Kings 3 is still sitting on my hard drive.
You don't play Souls games, do you?
I don't play games generally, dude.
You're looking at Elden Ring?
No. Lies of P. Have you not seen that?
No.
When you go home later, go and check out the trailer.
Yeah.
It's basically Pinocchio gone full goth Dark Souls style.
Yeah.
It is. It looks ridiculous. The start's like all dark and gothic, right? And you just hear this, "Wake up, my child." And then you see Pinocchio, obviously it's an adaptation of Pinocchio. Like, just get up and he's like, it's just amazing. It looks great. Like, it looks phenomenally good.
Okay. Can we please get back to the gift?
Why are you're so greedy?
Because you're annoying me now.
I brought you a gift to give you a better life, a better quality of life.
Right, get out. I'm paying $500 a month to
and
this
all
platform.
you're doing is you've rubbed off all of my topics today. I've come fully loaded. You've just shafted me.